Contrary to popular belief, it's actually very hard to sort of concentrate on the game itself and what you're reading at the same time as actually saying it aloud. For instance, I may be saying all this aloud, you know, narrating it, but not a lot of it actually sinks in, just mainly because majority of my focus is set on narrating it as opposed to actually reading it. So whereas I may get a lot of it wrong, like words and such, that's because I'm trying to narrate it rather than read it. So if you don't see many of my emotions come through in all of this, that's the reason why. So I'm most likely going to go back when I'm not recording and reread this entire path, just because, I don't know, it's more personal, I guess, rather than showing it to everyone. That was a weird intro. Hey guys, it's Panda here again. I've already done I've already recorded 4 episodes of this today. I simply just cannot sleep at the moment, so I decided to get my computer out and record another episode. I'm assuming this is going to be a short episode, I don't really know, but I'm just doing it to fill in the time. Hopefully this will make me try and get back to sleep. Not that this is boring, but just something to try and get me into the mindset of sleeping. Also, I do apologise if you can hear a humming in the background. It's my dehumidifier. I have to have it on because it's like freezing in here at the moment. It's winter over here, so yeah, that's why. It's either that or the fan on my laptop, because it's incredibly loud. I know I talk about that many times before, but yeah, that's what that is anyway. Let's get into things, shall we? In an attempt to distract myself, I groan and lean over to retrieve my bag without standing, pulling out one bottle after another. I take the daily regimen's worth of pills from their containers and swallow them without further ado. It took a surprisingly short amount of time to get used to swallowing pills without water. That said, I suppose the same thing goes for getting used to living in a school for disabled students. I cannot do that. Not live in a school for disabled students, I mean the whole swallowing a pill without water. Can't do that. I get choked up and shit, and then the pill starts to dissolve in your mouth, and then it just leaves disgusting. It's horrible. Remembering Yamaku, I've become all the more grateful for having the chance to get away, even if it's just for the shortest of times. I appreciate the chance to spend time alone with Lilly and Hanako, away from the bustle of school life, even considering the latest complications. I never thought I'd say it, but the idea of living away from the city in a nice tranquil area is an inviting one. It's a thought that barely a year ago would have seemed simply ludicrous. A flash of pink, no doubt Hanako's gown, peeks from around the corner. Realising I must look aside since I've only just woken up, I slap the remaining pills into my mouth and run a hand through my hair. By the way, I know I said I was trying to get to sleep and I can't sleep, but it's 10:30 here. I know that doesn't actually sound too late for you guys, but I'm usually up later than that, but it's just because I've got work tomorrow and I've got a massive headache and incredibly tired, yet I can't go to sleep, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm sorry if I'm monotoning it all right here. Good morning, Hisao. I replied to her, completely forgetting that I'm in the middle of swallowing a particularly large pill. Coughing and spluttering, I violently gag on it. Hisao! After sputtering loudly and tapping my chest a couple of times to force it down, I managed to recover. I'm fine, sorry. Forgot I was swallowing. That's what Lilly said last night. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I hold my hand out, gesturing for Hanako to stop. I gagged. It's my fault. Morning, Hanako. She pauses a moment before bowing in reply. Hey babe. Looking good today. Staggering in behind Hanako is the familiar figure of Lilly, also dressed in her pajamas, with her eyes full of sleep and hair bedraggled. She's a sight to behold. Hi Lilly. Good morning, Hisao. For a while, a silence hangs in the air as neither of us know what to do. She has incredibly short pajama pants. Like, really short. Which is kind of sexy. Given what happened last night, we both have more than enough reason to be finding the situation awkward. Just how are we meant to react to meeting each other after something like that? Yeah, me and Hanako had the same problem. It was pretty darn awkward. We had a bit of a midlife crisis after that, a bit of an epiphany. But hey, we got through it, and I'm guessing me and Lilly are going to get through it just fine. The best course of action would probably be to talk to Lilly alone, to set things in order. I'll start making breakfast. I guess this would be kind of awkward having Hanako here as well. Like I thought, she would be the third wheel, and what do you know, she's the third wheel. Lilly evidently catches on to my train of thought. I'll help. Hanako, could you set the table? She nods, her head disappearing into a cupboard as she quickly goes about her assigned task. I've got the yawns already. This must be working. I rub a little more sleep out of my eyes as I wander over to the fridge and take out some milk, and Lilly grabs various brightly coloured boxes from some of the lower cupboards to my side. While we make the rather bland-looking meal, I whisper somewhat more quietly than usual. Knowing Lily's hearing, she won't have any trouble catching what I say. Are you okay, Lilly? After last night? She gives a delicate nod, her expression weak. Though her tiredness surely plays a part, she seemed genuinely unsure about what's happened between us, and how to move ahead. I can't say I blame her, considering my feelings are the same. Considering what happened, last night, I know how these two feel. And I've been in the same situation of, there's another person in the vicinity of the room of where you're, let's say, doing the deed. I know how it feels having to be extremely quiet in that sort of situation. I've been in that situation before, and it was, well, it was pleasant because, well, but it was also kind of awkward because we couldn't sort of, I'm just gonna stop there. I'm sorry, Hisao. I wasn't thinking straight yesterday. I never stopped to consider you or Hanako, and I even went as far as... She's winding herself up. With her hands and voice both tightening, I give her a gentle bump and try to lighten up the situation. You don't have to apologise. I said I liked you as well, after all. You said you both loved each other. There's a difference between liking and love. But as her composure begins to falter, it becomes obvious there's no alternative. Turning to Lilly, I gently embrace her tall frame. She offers no resistance at all, thankfully pulling back just from the edge of her emotions. Despite our reassuring embrace lasting only a matter of seconds, I notice Hanako wordlessly watching. The plate in her hand hovers inches above the table, her action halted midway by the side. Oh, she's found us out. Oh, damn. The clatter of utensils against plates is the only sound to be heard as we silently eat, whereas before only two of us may have been unsure of ourselves, the entire situation has changed. I wonder what it feels like to be Hanako right now. She is aware of the situation me and Lilly are in, and I would assume she knows as far as us being in a relationship or being close to being in a relationship, and she just sort of has to sit there and watch. How lonely would Hanako feel right now? I don't know. After weeks of blissful friendship, whiling away the days with shared meals and quick chatter with little meaning, the relationship of Lily and I know that all of us has irreversibly changed. I can't take this. Lily. She solemnly nods, gently laying her spoon into the plate in front of her. Neither of us know exactly how we regard each other, let alone how Hanako would view us. This might seem abrupt, but I've confessed to Hisao. For a moment, Hanako looks almost confused, precisely the reaction I thought she would have. She eventually nods, her spoon still in her mouth as she does. Did you accept? I did. Oh. Am I the only one that found that funny? Yeah, me? Just me? Okay, alright. She gives a smile so large and so earnest, I find myself blushing. I think it's the brightest I've ever seen her expression look. Then I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. I'm happy too. This is making us all happy. Who wants to share a smile? I'm smiling. Who wants to smile? Anyone else smiling? No? Okay. I'm sorry for not telling you anything about it before. Things have been... Hanako shakes her head from side to side. Empathy... Oh, I can never get that word right. I know empathy. Emphatically. Emphatically? That's how it looks. Apparently forgetting in her rush that Lily couldn't possibly notice. She begins fiddling with her fingers, looking a little more nervous than she did before. To be honest, I began to think you might like each other a while ago. At first I didn't really know what to think about it, but I decided in the end that if my friends are happy then I'm... Oh, okay then, alright. I can see where you're going with this, Hanako. I was really glad to have another friend when we met Hisao, so you finding love through him is even better, right? Oh, that's really cute. Feeling of relief at her acceptance of our relationship falls over me like a wave. The same happens to Lily, judging by her expression. Thank you, Hanako. I really appreciate you being so understanding. Lily's voice still sounds slightly apologetic, or at least unsure. This doesn't escape Hanako, who appears lost in thought for a few moments before turning to me. Hisao, do you mind if me and Lily go outside for a bit? No, feel free. Girls have got to have their talk. Hanako? Yeah, the girls have got to have their talk. They're going to be like, girl, so how did he perform last night? Oh no, you didn't. That was my worst. I don't think I'm ever going to do a black woman interpretation ever again. That was, I'm ashamed at myself. I really am. Hanako gets up from her seat, taking Lily's hand and almost dragging her from the table in her excitement. Considering Lily's typically slow and steady pace, Hanako's haste makes her footing awkward and she almost loses her balance a couple of times. Maybe she heard us last night. Oh god, that'd be horrible. It's a perfectly amusing sight, leaving me wordless as I watch them disappear out the door. It's only now that I realise the rain stopped, being replaced by a sky seemingly all the more vivid and bright to make up for the morning's drab grey expanse. For Hanako, this must be a pretty big revelation. Lily and I are really the only people she associates with, almost as if we were parents in her own stead. I suppose that might well be the best way to describe the relationship we share. A father, mother and daughter, all playing around in our little make-believe family as if it could last forever. It might be a strange dynamic, and one that certainly can't last for long, but maybe just for this one small moment, it's okay. As I stand from the table and go to join Lily and Hanako in the fields outside, I nod to myself in affirmation. You're not supposed to go out there, it's the girls talking, bro. Man. This one small moment of happiness, no matter how brief, will last with me, with all of us, forever. Submerged deep in the hot water, I let a drawn-out sigh escape my lips. The feeling of seemingly every muscle in my body relaxing is euphoric. I have no idea how long it's been since I had a genuine hot bath, but right now I can be hardly bothered trying to remember. Maybe I'm giving the simple fact that for once I get to have a real bath more credit than it's due. The chance to just calm down, allow myself to unwind and have some time to myself is a welcome one. Nako, Lilly and I wandered about outside, exploring the extent of the surprisingly large tract of land surrounding the house. Then we spent the majority of the afternoon resting, watching television, reading and playing cards. It may not have been the most exciting finale to the trip, but such tranquil peacefulness is something to savour. Even after we return to the school tomorrow, I think I'll remember this little house in Hokkaido for a long time. It's a pity we only had a couple more hours to spend here before going to get the train back. All I can do is yawn. Oh, don't talk about yawning. Contently while I watch the steam slowly rising from the clear water's placid surface, my eyes eventually locking onto the ceiling. Our exams are imminent. I've barely studied at all for them. On top of that, I don't even know what I'll do after graduation. Passing exams is all well and good, but to what end? Also, now of all times, I'm getting into a relationship. Yeah, to be honest, this really isn't the best time to be getting into a relationship itself. What the hell am I doing? I guess I shouldn't... I guess I shouldn't think like that. What's done is done, and maybe this could be viewed as just another aspect of my new life that I'm working on. I enjoy being with Lilly, and there's more to life than school and a career after all. As I busily attempt to rationalise all that's happened, I hear a series of raps on the door. I pick myself up and sit upright, trying to figure out the source. 3, no more and no less. Light yet assertive in their tapping, and timed regularly enough to tune a metronome. Wow, I fucked that up. I'd be extremely surprised if it wasn't Lilly. May I come in? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's Lilly. No. Let her come in. It's all good. I'm still in the bath. I'll be out in a sec. Nah, I know. Oh. Okay, alright. Oh god. Oh, don't tell me this is another... Oh, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this right now. Fuck. The voice coming from the other side of the door freezes me. After a second's thought, I rest on the side of the bath and let my arms dangle over the side. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. One, because I think I've done enough to accept the fact that I'm going to be able to sleep now, and 2, because my parents are in the house and I don't really want to be, you know, saying the next part if it's fairly intimate, because they're going to be hearing it and they're going to be like, what the fuck is he doing? And I don't really want them barging in. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this strange part, and I'm definitely going to have to record some more tomorrow, because I really want to find out what this this bathing scene is about. Anyway guys, I shall catch you later.